What's going on, everybody? Eric Bourassa here, and I'm very excited to teach you the background from Third Eye Blind's first album. We are on track, 11 of 14 now, making our way through the album. So let's dive right in. We are in open D tuning. Check it out. We've got D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. Gives us a nice, beautiful D chord. Now, we are going to start from where the band kicks in. It took me years to realize that that whole intro is not guitar. That's Orion Salazar playing bass. And this whole song is chock full of amazing bass lines, which would be just a whole nother lesson in itself. But let's start from the intro where the guitar really kicks in, and we've got this. Okay, so that whole intro there is not too terribly difficult. A lot of fun to play. You got to get the timing of these hammer-ons and pull-offs correct. So I use my middle finger. It doesn't matter. You can use your index finger for that. But I'm going to use my middle finger. It just feels better. It always feels better to isolate that middle finger. You know what I mean? We're going to do a hammer-on pull-off on the first string from open 4 open. And then we're going to hit that 4 on the second string. I would work da-ka-da-da. Get that timing there. I've had students in the past who will rush their hammer-ons or their pull-offs, thinking they have to do it as quickly as possible. But as long as the force of the finger is there, you can take as much time as you need. And then we want these notes to kind of ring together as much as possible. And then we're just going to hit the lowest 3 strings, followed by some upper strings. I've notated it, the lowest 3, followed by strings 4, 3, and 2. It doesn't really matter, as long as you kind of get the timing. I just think low set of strings, high set of strings, okay? That's the idea. And then we're going to do it again. But this time, we don't end on that second string. Instead, we go straight to this D over G. Is that what it is? G5. I think basically, we're basically going from a D chord to a G chord. Your 1 to your 5 in this song. Roughly, those are the harmonies there. Ooh, ooh, ja. Okay? And that's the whole intro. So now when we get into the verse, what's tricky here is if you listen to the studio recording, Kevin does lots of little different things all throughout. I'm simplifying it and just giving you basically like, here's the big picture. And then if you want to add or take away certain notes, you can fiddle around with it. Now, I'm following roughly the vocal pattern there. Everything. So I'm going down, 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 up, up, down. I didn't notate the first 2 downs, but you've got low strings, high strings, down, down, up, down. Okay, and don't worry about hitting each string exactly. You can even go like... You can pick individual notes. Sometimes Kevin does that as well. And then in the second half, you just want to make sure you get this hammer-on from 5 to 7 on the 4th string, while kind of, I recommend just holding an entire bar on 5, because you may decide later to add some higher strings. You've got that option. So that whole verse is kind of like... And I'm not even totally doing the timing right on this second half of that. It's more about getting just the feel. You throw a couple of hammer-ons from 5 to 7. As long as you have that groove down, that's going to be the most important part. So I recommend kind of just playing around with that. And by the way, if you are looking for extra help with your guitar playing, check out Unlimited Guitar.
interlude.com. I've got a 90-day guitar transformation program. It's awesome. We meet once a week. You also send me videos of your playing throughout the week, and I send you a video response of what I think you're doing great and what I think you can work on next. And you get access to all of my lesson material that's designed to take you from beginner to the late intermediate stages of your guitar playing. So yeah, check it out, unlimitedguitar.com.
Now, at the end of the first verse, we've got this really cool thing where we're gonna go. So let's talk about what's happening there. Right, let's see. Okay, so we're gonna go down on 9. We're basically doing like a B minor chord here. When you put those 9s with the 12s, this creates like a B minor 7 harmony, which we will see later in the chorus as well. Okay. Now, the X's can also be like opens as transitions to the next chord, but basically we want to have, starting from that first 9, down, down, we're going to go down, up, down to that 12 because of the timing. And on that 12, we're going to go down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So the down up 12s are immediately followed by the down up X's. You'll want to probably get used to that, and then put the other 12 before it. You might practice that in isolation. 12, 12, 12, down, down, up, chukka. And then put it all together. Okay, and then those 7s. You want to bounce that with your fretting hand. The last upstroke, the only reason it's an open is because we're really transitioning back to the beginning of the verse again. So all together that little bit. Okay, so verse 2, we will play 5 times without that special ending, and then we go straight into the pre-chorus, which is only 2 bars long. Okay, and then that slide leads us into our chorus. In the background. Okay, all right, so this shape we're gonna go 9 with the middle finger on string 6, block string 5 with that middle finger, finger 3 on 9 of the 4th string, index on 8 of the 3rd string, and then open, open. And then our strum pattern there is down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. And that's our change to the D chord. So we've got B minor 7 to D. And then from that D, from the first hit of the D, which is early, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. Okay? You don't have to do it exactly like that, but again, you just got to get the feel. That's what feels natural to me. So on the recording, you might hear 4 or 5 different variations of that strum pattern where there's a strum missing or a strum added. So I wouldn't stress too much about getting the exact strum pattern, but you do need to make sure that the timing and the feel are there. After 3 times of playing that, just you can just hang on that G. You don't have to play the strum pattern I played. You can just do straight downs if you want. So you'd go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. On that and of 4 though is you have to stop on that hit. So I'm gonna play it probably like that. So I'm still hitting on that and of 4, but I'm not necessarily playing the strum pattern I wrote or the strum pattern that I just demonstrated. It's more about just getting that feel. Okay, so for our interlude, it's really just the verse riff again, but what makes it special is Orion's bass line. So then we get into verse 3, which is roughly the same as verse 1 and verse 2. Also, that interlude has a little bit of extra picking stuff from Kevin. I'm not going to worry about that. I would just continue to play the main intro verse riff. And then we do the next verse, which has a few more added embellishments. So you might get a little more fancy with what you're picking and what you're strumming, or you can just keep doing what you've been doing. And then we get into another pre-chorus and another chorus. And then this is where we kick into my favorite part of the song, which is the face kicking time interlude. Right, so basically this is just the same as the intro, but we've got distortion and you want to play it very powerfully. You can add strums, you can take strums away, you can play it exactly how I've written. Now, you'll hear a little pick scrape before the little riff, so it's like, it's hard to do. Right? So the way I would do that is just mute with your picking hand and do a little kind of slow rake. It's not a whack, but it's also not a slow drag. It's like kind of a quick rake. Kind of like that, right? It's cool. It's really neat if you want to add that in. So then there's a pre-chorus riff, which is big with the distortion. And then we're into the solo. This solo is pretty straightforward. It's gonna start on beat 2, so we're gonna go 1, 1 and 2. All right, so what's happening there is we just hit the 17 twice, and then we're gonna bend up and return with the 16. But don't bend right away. We wanna hear ba-da-da. 3 distinct pitches. Ba-da-da. So don't go. It's not blah, it's not blah, blah, da. It's right. Ba-da-da. Not blah, da. It's ba-da-da. So we got ba-da-da-da. You can add extra 17s if you want. And there's really no vibrato on that 12. You just hold and let it ring. Then we do it again. And then the second time we've got... in that second time... that we're gonna hit 14, and then 12 hammer to 14, pull off back 12. So you can practice just that. And then the very last time we'll jump to the second string, starting at 12. You'll have to listen to the recording for the timing. I'm not getting it right now. But basically, you'll hit 12 on the second string, slide to 10, slide to 9, slide to 7. And then we're back for a big chorus. When you come swimming into view. Right, just do that with distortion. And then at the very end, on the ending, it's just G5. I'm way in the background. I'm in the background. And you'll just play that opening of the song again, but real slow and real big, okay? But wait, there's a bonus! One of the coolest riffs ever, the best secret song ending to a song. So we've got 12, mute, open, 12, and I like to use fingers 2 and 3. If you accidentally hit the open first 2 strings, it doesn't matter. Just be real loose with this. So you're gonna go down, down, chukka, and that's your change to full bar on 5, 7 on the first string. And then your pinky's gonna reach over to 9 on the second string. I've seen this done another way, but it didn't make sense to me. It was really, really difficult to play. So this makes the most sense to me, but feel free to adjust and change it how you want. And then we have another chukka, and then the like first time or two, version 1, we've got like 7, 7, chukka, 10. We hit that 10 early. Or you can go, if you like using fingers 1 and 2 better, that's totally cool. And then the other version 2 is like, it's like 7, 7, open, and then we can do that. So. Something kind of like that. So you just got to kind of play with it and have fun with it. All right, you guys, so that's background plus the bonus riff. Download the tabs in the link below if you want a PDF that you can print out or just see all on one screen. You don't have to keep fast forwarding and rewinding through the video to find the spot in the song. And it should look nice and everything. And then, yeah, like and subscribe. I'm going to be finishing this up, my most dreaded track, Motorcycle Drive-By. I'm probably going to get to next week. Anyway, I hope you guys dig this, and I will see you in the next times.